The dark room has always been a domain of mystery and horror, where people's dreams and fears coexist. For decades, the moon, the closest living thing in the world, has been a missing figure in this cosmic dance. Disputed by the United States and Russia during the space race, the moon has faded into the background of human activity, overshadowing the appeal of Mars and distant stars. But now a new contender has entered, poised to rewrite the history of space exploration. This is the story of how China, long overlooked in the space race, is about to change our understanding of the moon and its properties, with discoveries that could change the future of the person. Imagine a world where energy is no longer a scarce commodity, where people have the resources to fuel their ambitions without destroying the Earth's ecosystems. This world may become a reality thanks to an amazing discovery on the moon, something that China has done quietly and away from the eyes of the world. As the United States and other countries turn to Mars, China has stepped up its lunar ambitions, culminating in a series of missions that are about to change everything. Let's think about it for a month. What did China find in this barren and gray world? More importantly, what does it mean for the future of humanity? Once a minor player in the global space race, China has quickly become a powerful force in space exploration. For years, NASA and SpaceX dominated the headlines with their groundbreaking projects, but China's efforts were largely overlooked. However, the Middle Kingdom strives to build powerful rockets, advanced spacecraft and its own space station, Tiangong, which rivals the International Space Station, ISS, in size and complexity. With these achievements, China is no longer a game-playing country. It sets the pace and redefines the goals of space exploration. China's ambitions go beyond being underground. Recognizing the potential of Earth's only natural planet, Earth has turned to the moon. While the West is focused on Mars, China is quietly moving to build a lunar base. This ambitious project is not about national pride or technical excellence. This is driven by a thorough understanding of the moon's assets and their strategic advantages. China's lunar mission is a process, with each mission building on the successes of the last, paving the way for a human base by 2028. When the base is operational, it will compete with China and NASA and SpaceX for development. The reason for China's obsession with the moon becomes clear when we consider the observations of the moon's activities. In a series of groundbreaking discoveries, Chinese scientists have discovered an abundance of water on the moon, a resource long thought to be in short supply. The Chang'e 5 mission, which returned with samples from a lunar region called Oceanus Procellarum, found tiny glass crystals in the moon's dust that contained water. These grains, formed by the heat of a meteorite impact, hold a total of 270 billion tons of water. This discovery alone could revolutionize lunar exploration and provide a sustainable source of water for lunar inhabitants, but finding water is just the beginning. Among the lunar samples returned by Chang'e 5 is a mineral that contains helium-3, an isotope that can revolutionize energy production on Earth. Helium-3 is very rare on our planet, but abundant on the moon. This is the resource that can solve the world's energy problems by making nuclear fusion a reality, a clean, nearly unlimited source of energy. The idea of getting helium-3 on the moon has attracted attention not only from China but also from energy companies around the world. The ability to use this resource can bring about a new era of clean energy, reducing people's dependence on fossil fuels and reducing the effects of climate change. However, the road to lunar development is fraught with challenges. Transporting materials from the moon to Earth is expensive, and efforts to extract and process lunar materials are still in their infancy. In addition, there are risks associated with human activities on the moon, which are not fully understood. China's Chang'e 4 mission, which landed on the far side of the moon in 2019, made a surprising discovery, a mysterious gel-like substance of unknown composition. The discovery raised questions about the dangers attached to the moon and what could result from human intervention. As China and other countries move forward with their lunar ambitions, these challenges must be addressed to ensure the development of the moon. China's rapid progress in space exploration is not only linked to scientific discoveries. They have great geopolitical weight. The moon is the next strategic high point in space, and the person who controls its resources will have a strong influence on the planet. China's ambitions have already begun to shift the balance of power in the global space race, challenging the hegemony of the United States and its allies. As China continues to establish a presence on the moon, questions arise about how this will affect international relations and space law. The 1967 Outer Space Treaty, which governs activities on celestial bodies, was created in a different era, and it may not be fully equipped to handle the complexities of resource extraction and territorial claims on the moon. The international community will need to navigate these challenges carefully to prevent conflicts and ensure that space remains a domain for peaceful exploration. China's lunar program has also driven significant technological advancements, not just in space travel but in various fields that have broad applications on Earth. The development of autonomous systems, robotics, and artificial intelligence has been accelerated by the demands of lunar exploration. For example, the Chang'e 4 mission that successfully landed on the far side of the moon relied on advanced artificial intelligence and specialized decision-making techniques to navigate the communication challenges posed by the geography of the light. These technologies are now being adapted for use in other areas such as medicine, transportation, and national defense. China's success in this area has sparked a new wave of innovation, with potential ripple effects affecting global technological progress for decades to come. While China's ambitions are largely driven by government initiatives, the private sector is playing a major role in this new space race. Chinese companies have begun to cooperate with the national space program and help develop space infrastructure and technologies. This collaboration mirrors the public-private partnerships seen in the United States, where companies like SpaceX and Blue Origin are vital to NASA's plans for returning to the moon and eventually reaching Mars. By leveraging the strengths of both government and industry, China is positioning itself to rapidly accelerate its space exploration capabilities. These partnerships could lead to the development of lunar mining operations, habitat construction, and even space tourism, turning the moon into a bustling hub of human activity. The discovery of helium-3 on the moon has the potential to revolutionize global energy markets, with profound economic and environmental implications. If China succeeds in developing the technology to mine and utilize helium-3, it could become a major player in the global energy landscape, reducing the world's dependence on fossil fuels and reshaping energy geopolitics. Extracting and transporting helium-3 from the moon to Earth presents many challenges, both technically and economically. The success of this mission depends on the development of space shuttle systems and the development of fusion reactor technology. However, the potential costs are high, and China's pursuit of this goal will promote global competition and cooperation in the pursuit of sustainable energy solutions. As China and other countries move forward with their lunar ambitions, ethical considerations must also be considered. The moon is a unique and pristine environment, and human activities can have unexpected consequences for the ecosystem. The discovery of this gel-like substance by the Chang'e 4 mission has raised concerns about contamination and entry of terrestrial organisms onto the moon's surface. In addition, the use of light resources raises questions about the equitable distribution of goods and the potential of space to become a new area of economic inequality. The international community should develop guidelines and laws to facilitate the conduct of lunar exploration, while focusing on the stability and protection of the lunar heritage. China's lunar program is much more than a science experiment. This is a bold prediction for human life in space. Establishing a permanent base on the moon could be a stepping stone to deeper space exploration, including missions to Mars and beyond. It is also a sign of humanity's ability to live and work beyond Earth, opening up new opportunities for space colonization and the expansion of human civilization into the universe. As China leads this new era of exploration, the world needs to think about what kind of future we want to create in space. Will this cooperation and progress be shared, or will it be characterized by competition and conflict? The choices we make today will determine the fate of humanity for generations to come.